What's up? This is your Vincent Valentine EX Turk, and I got a growing concern on my YouTube channel. It's a very big concern. See, I'm not about taking constructive criticisms. Like my Harley t-shirt, you wish you can have this fappable pose of her. But anyways, I'm not above taking constructive criticism at all. People are wrong about me. I don't take constructive criticism. But what the questions I get asked frequently is, will I ever stop praising Final Fantasy VII? Praising one of the greatest games on the PlayStation 1 console. On the PlayStation 1 console. Praising one of the biggest games on the PlayStation 1 console. In the 90s. This game made news. National news, dude. So, so I got a question. Would you guys stop praising Pokemon Go? There's a question right there for you guys. No, because Pokemon Go is successful, right? And it's popular, and it's popular for the right reasons. Because it has, you know, good things going for it. Now, would I stop talking about Final Fantasy VII in that way? No. Especially since the remake's coming out. I'm more excited and hyped about Final Fantasy VII than I ever was before, because it's coming out. It's going to get a remaster. Only people who ask me this stuff are usually Final Fantasy VI tards. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI tards. That's who usually asks me this kind of bullshit, you know. And I know what the type they are, because it's the same ones who comment on my videos telling me I should quit talking about Final Fantasy VII. That, you know, I should quit hyping it up. It's not going to be as good of a game like it was when it first came out. Just because they changed the combat system. See, this is what the problem is within the Final Fantasy fan base. And this is why people call us cancerous. Because, you know, if we don't like the certain Final Fantasy another person doesn't like, we get offended and use social justice warrior tactics and shaming tactics and telling people to stop talking about it altogether. I have no intention to stop talking about something I'm hyped about. That I'm going to spend my $60 on when release comes. I might even, like I said, I might even go to GameStop, show up as Vincent Valentine at costume. Because Final Fantasy VII, even though I played it a little bit later, like 2010... I know I ain't gonna understand the hype as a kid, but I played it because I played it when I was an adult, kind of close to adult. I think it was 18 years old, I don't know. When I graduated high school, as my graduation present was a PlayStation 1, and then we drove out to Blue Spring, Missouri to get the only copy of the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy VII. Then later on, I ordered a Final Fantasy VII on a black copy. You won't ask me to stop talking about something I'm excited for. Again, should I ask this question again? Why are you on my channel? This channel's made for gaming fans and real Final Fantasy fans. Real Final Fantasy fans. Fans that get hyped about any Final Fantasy title, no matter what it was. 15, 13, 10, 5. Because really, I like all Final Fantasies. I just, in my personal opinion, in my personal preference, if I had to choose one game to be the best, it would be Final Fantasy VII. Because the story's good, the characters have deep, there's a lot of psychology in it, there's a lot of politics in it. You know, the characters, there's more layers of the character and more character development as the game goes than anything else, you know. And Final Fantasy VII is more realistic to this time period. Like when Shinra, like Shinra's rule over the world, it'd be like if Donald Trump would win presidency. I wouldn't put it past me that Donald Trump might actually create super soldiers using unnatural methods and fucking up people's lives with that stuff. It's close to the real world. It's not just no adventure game. It's not a game anymore. You know, it's almost not a game anymore. But you asked me to stop talking about something I'm hyped about. But if I dare say stop being hyped about Pokemon Go, then you guys will attack me, thumb down my video, dislike it, put hate comments, and that's okay. But the minute I'm hyped about something I want to see, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I get thumbs down, people hate on my videos, and talk shit about me. And I know it's not really anyone who's a Pokemon Go fan, because I play Pokemon Go. It's really the Final Fantasy VI tards. And I know who you are, so don't say you don't do this shit, because you do. I get you want a remake of your Final Fantasy VI, but Final Fantasy VII did a little bit better, commercially. They're going to go for what's more commercial. Why do you think Final Fantasy, as much as you hate Final Fantasy XIII as well, you know why they had a sequel and another sequel spin-off of Final Fantasy XIII? Because Final Fantasy XIII made money. You bought it. You could talk about how much you hate Final Fantasy XIII as much as you want, but you went to the stores and bought it. You went to the stores and bought it. You went to every GameStop or a Walmart or whatever you buy your games at, and you bought Final Fantasy XIII on your Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, so it don't matter. Or PC. Especially because they recently came out on the PC. It's like, yeah, you're kind of a hypocrite. Because you know what? It made a lot of money thanks to you haters out there that end up buying it anyways, talking about how much you hate it. You really don't hate this. The only reason why you don't want a Final Fantasy VII Remake is, well, two things. They're changing the combat, so it's not like your turn-based no more. It's more like your Arkham Knight, you know, Final Fantasy 15, Crisis Core style fighting. And two, what it is you're afraid that Final Fantasy VII is going to get super popular, that even people that, even just regular casual gamers or gamers who play Call of Duty all the time will end up picking this copy up because of their childhood. And you're afraid that it's going to get so popular that you'll be seeing shirts at Hot Topic, shirts at Spencer's, shirts at Urban Outfitters. What it is the people that hate me talking about Final Fantasy VII, you guys are hipsters. You guys are like hipsters. Because the minute something gets popular, you talk shit on it. And see, that's the problem with that's what's the problem with any fandom. That's the problem I have with every single fandom. The minute something gets popular, they're like, "Oh, it's overrated. It's stupid. Oh my god, they should stop that." Ah. Because you're a nostalgia trip. You want to be the first that done everything, and that's the problem. See, that's the problem I have with the Final Fantasy fan base some of the times, is that some of you, not all you good fans who just play the games and shut up and don't, and you know, like my videos and subscribe, and you know you're generally good people. This ain't applied to you. This applies to the toxic fanboys that act like hipsters, that want to be the first to do everything. Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You ain't the first to do everything, because before Final Fantasy VII came to America, before it came to the United States of America, Japanese people were playing it before you. They're the first people. They're the ones who have the right to complain, not us. But I guess this is what happens when you live in the U.S. and everybody has an entitlement. Has an entitlement phase turn on, where everything has to be what they want, or if it's not like what they want, they get mad. See, that's the problem. Mama's basement boys. You think everything's going to be handed to you. You think because your mom hands you a Hot Pocket downstairs while you're playing Skyrim, you think that everything's going to be yours, that everything should work the same way. No, it doesn't. Final Fantasy VII is going to become... The minute they announce the remake, people are already throwing their monies. People are already throwing their money at Square Enix, hoping to get it released sooner. There might be a demo in 15. People might just pre-order Final Fantasy 15. Other people might just to get the demo of Final. You don't know how big Final Fantasy VII is. The name alone can make millions of dollars. So yeah, of course they're gonna make something that's gonna make a big. Now if they fail, yes. If it turns out to be bad, then Square Enix is probably not gonna make any more games anymore. Or if they do, this will be little by little, and they're gonna survive on the other franchises they made. But fans been asking for Final Fantasy VII for 6 years, 6 or 7 years, ever since the tech demo was released in 2013. The point I'm trying to say is that I'm not going to shut the fuck up or not talk about stuff that gets me hyped. If I'm hyped for it, then that's what this channel's for. If you don't like what I have to talk about, then why are you subscribed to my channel? Why are you liking my videos? Why are you sharing the videos? Why are you doing this? Or unless you're making fun of it. If they're making fun of it, then, fair use comes into play. But I'm not above constructive criticism. Yes, I can improve my videos a lot. I could do it a lot better. I could stop doing things with copyright. But, one thing I'm not going to stop talking about is something I'm hyped about. I'm hyped about Final Fantasy VII. And if you're not hyped about the remake, why are you watching these segments? See, I don't understand you. And it's really you're afraid it's going to become popular. And, you guys want to play hipster card like, oh, I played it first. I played on the PlayStation first. Nobody gives a shit what you think, okay? You people with the hipster mentality, no one gives a fuck about what you think. Who cares if you played it first? I listened to plenty of metal bands before they became real huge. I listened to Lamb of God when they were on their second album. I'm not going to go around saying that I listened to them before they became a big thing, no. Because that's stupid. Nobody gives a shit about who did what first. People give a shit if it's good. If it's worth paying money for. If it's worth buying. If it's worth having in your collection. And if I gotta say it's Final Fantasy VII Remake, fuck yeah. Sure, you have to buy a hard drive for your PS4, which does suck because you're going to be spending even more $100. But once you do that and get everything together, hey, you'll be playing smoothly. You'll be playing really good. This game's going to be the best-selling game on the market. And you're going to come back to this video and I'll be like, I told you so. I told you so. But, of course, there's going to be the stink fanboys who wants to play shit first and wants to act like that's a big deal. It's not a big deal. Nobody cares about your opinion. Nobody cares. Gives a shit. Ah. Yeah, nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares, alright? Stop acting like you playing it first means a thing. This is Vincent Valentine EX Turk. And this is going to be the best-selling. Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be the best-selling game, not just Final Fantasy, game of the year. Deal with it.